All right, and we are live with Kelsey Waldon here at the Pace Studio in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. Thank y'all for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Afternoon, rather, I should say.
Yes.
Congratulations to you on your new album, White Noise, White Lines, out on October 4th. This is the 1 month anniversary of that being out in the world on Oh Boy Records. It's got to feel good.
It feels really good.
Yeah, nice, awesome. I'm glad it does, and I hope being here feels good. Soundcheck has sounded awesome, and I can't wait to hear 4 songs, all from that new record. Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the first song we're going to hear?
Sure, this song's called Anyhow, and, it's kind of about putting your blinders on and sticking to your true north, and which I think is very, very important to do. Yeah. Sun sinks down and dreams start to drown, and you still don't know who you are. Working your grip, it's like a dog in a pound, and you still only get so far. And I'd do it again, even if I didn't know how. I'd learn how to make my own fire burn. If you know what it is to know how, I'd find out how to make my own sunshine to be. Know what I know now, I'd do it anyhow. Starts to glow and a flame can't kill the sorrow. Baby, ride it out, take the long way around. Don't have to beg, steal, or borrow.
Very nice, very nice. As covered by Paste Magazine's own Ellen Johnson, and our Weekend Music segment that we do every week on Friday is a roundup of all the best songs available in their nascent stage that week. So thank you for playing that. And we're going to hear, like I said, 3 more tracks, all from the new record, another which we also talked about a bit, Kentucky 1988, which was Best Songs of October list, so congratulations on that.
Yes, absolutely.
And we do love it here, and I remember cutting that Week of Music episode with the last track anyhow on it, and it got stuck in my head. In fact, I took too long to do the thing because I got sucked into all the great music that week. So it's nice to hear that in real life. Thank you for bringing that here. Kelsey, Whit, Mike, Alec, and Nate, thank you all so much for being here. Today. It's been fantastic to hear Soundcheck again, and like I said, 3 more songs. I'm going to cut this short and let you tell us about the next one.
Sure. This song is called Kentucky 1988, and appreciate y'all putting it on the best of list. And this was kind of like an origin song for me. I really felt like I'd never had that song that kind of started from the beginning. of my life. You know, I never really had like my coal miner's daughter or some kind of like definitive kind of thing like that. So I thought it was about time to kind of try to introduce that idea. So yeah, tried to fit it in at least like 3 minutes. So
All right.
before I was alive, unborn in the name of two imperfect people, to this world I came. Between walls of knotty pine, a brown trailer on wheels, on a concrete foundation in the middle of a dove hunt field. This is my DNA, no matter how far I get away. When things got rough, we did not complain. Kentucky, 1988. And I can hear the gravel split from a mile away. I got the hell out of Dodge and Mama's S10 Chevrolet. And I was much too young to be in the middle back then, but now Daddy's talking to us, bloodshot eyes again. He's saying things he don't mean to say. Maybe he should be alone today. And I still love him anyway. Kentucky, 1988. I know exactly what it's worth. Some blisters on your skin, and they're ahead in the dirt. The Ohio River rolls on banks of sand, and if it don't flood this year, we'll have crops again. Troubles and trials and come what may. Sunday school for your pay, a rock gut for your pain. My granddaddy's a local 181, he's working for the union. A wise woman told me memories you can choose in. This is my DNA, no matter how far I get away. There's just some things that will never change. Kentucky, 1988.
So nice. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, sounds great. And as you said, kind of an origin story. I'm guessing 1988 has a significance.
Sure, that's the
kinda
year I was
the
born.
start of your life, right? Right on. Yeah, and at one point you had said something about this record that you didn't really feel like you had a chance to tell the complete story, and that has changed with the birth of this record. how did you kind of come to that? Like, whoa, I got to do this. And what was the kind of the songwriting process? Can we get a window into where these songs come from and how they were all born?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, when I'm writing a record, I kind of never know what it's going to turn into or what shape it's going to take. It's like I just get, I got so inspired when I was writing all these songs, and all of a sudden I just kind of had this whole handful of tunes, and I'm like, okay, so what is this? What do these songs mean to me? What is happening here? And I think, there was just such a centeredness with all of them, and I don't know. It kind of felt like, obviously, who I am and what I do, it's come through in all my records, but I just think might have been even a little vague, sometimes with those other records. I don't know. I just felt like there was maybe a lot of questions like who is Kelsey Waldon. So I think that really pulls back the layers of that and hopefully shows that it's a lot more than it's a lot more than one dimensional. There's a lot of influences. It kind of feels like a woman making music now as opposed to I don't know, I did my first real record, when I was 21 years old, and a lot's happened, a lot's happened since my last record in 2016 too. It's been a lot of miles, a lot of sweat, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
I feel that.
And so I don't know, it felt like a whole new breath, this record did, kind of like a turning of the page, and I didn't want to care anymore. I didn't want to be afraid to say anything that I wanted to say, And so yeah, this is just the start of that. There's plenty more where that came from, but trying to get closer every day to claiming kind of my own thing. So.
Right on. Well, and by the time you get there, time will have been the messenger, and you might find you're in a different place. And it's nice that you've had an opportunity to probably, in trying to describe what your story is, you probably learned a lot about yourself. That's a common theme.
Yeah.
And it sounds great. It's definitely apparent in the music.
Absolutely.
It doesn't feel one-sided, and it doesn't feel removed. It very much feels like we're having a conversation, and that is awesome.
Sure. So. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's a vision quest.
Right on.
That's what the record feels like to me.
The journey is the journey is mostly the destination. So peace be the journey to you as that continues to grow.
You as well.
Thank you
as well.
So we got a couple more, and the next one I believe is the title track from the record, correct?
Yes.
All right.
That we segued into that perfectly.
We did. We really did.
So this tune is definitely about that. So.
Right on.
It's hotter than a child should ever know. Like a shackles changing color, one after another, like the brain turns into a bone. Only here for a moment, then we're gone. White noise and white lines, county roads in 29. Make your mind free and dream on. Only here for a moment, then we're gone. Sun and the moon, they've been out dancing, makes me feel like I wanna carry on. Chickasaw man at a buffalo skin drum, singing songs about being far from home. Listen to the drums play, listen Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. An appropriate title track of that song rips, man. That was great. That was so good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming through. This is an afternoon after, as it were. You were in town last night for a show at the Earl.
Yes.
You've got a few dates coming up, a few more in the Southeast. You're heading to Charleston next, correct?
Yes, tomorrow we're in Charleston, South Carolina.
Right on. And then heading all the way to Austin and kind of back. And then you've got some dates with John Prine coming up in the new year, which is very cool.
Yeah, we just did some dates with John as well this past tour in St. Louis and Springfield.
Right on.
But yeah, we're lucky to play with John. Anytime we get a chance to, it's pretty special.
Yeah, that's
So
it's gotta that's gotta feel good. I can't even imagine that. What a legend.
yeah.
But yeah, we love John here at Paste. So yeah, let's see. You did also a cool show just last Friday at the Station Inn in Nashville. That seemed like a pretty great time.
Yeah, it was amazing. That was the third time I've played the Station Inn and sang there many times before as well, just like with friends and stuff. And it's a historical place, It's kind of one of the last living, places. I don't know. Nashville hasn't torn it down yet, so
Right.
Long live the Station Inn.
Got a few of those question
live.
marks in Atlanta as well.
Yep.
Yeah. We're right down the street, actually, from the building in which the very first country music recording was ever made. Yes, on Nassau
Wow.
Street. It's literally, we're 2 blocks from there. And the building began getting demolished, and then they halted it because someone sort of brought this back into everyone's eye that, like, hey, whoa, this is like a seriously important place. So it's like half decayed. You guys should check it out before you leave. It's so close.
Wow.
It's
John Carson. It was like his first sessions, right?
bingo. Yes, exactly. And I should switch to the wide shot so we know who's talking.
Yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
That's Alec.
That's Alec, right? Absolutely, yeah, Alec. That is totally the place, and it's you could throw a rock and hit it, and honestly, it looks like someone threw a very large rock at it because it is like 10 to 20% already smashed up. So kind of sad, but also I'm glad that it got stopped, and I'm glad that the Station Inn is still around in Nashville. And
me too.
Yeah, it's that's a thing happening in a lot of places. Austin has some of those clubs as well. I spent a lot of time in Seattle. We're trying to hang on to some of those classic clubs in Ballard that keep us going. But yeah, it's great. I'm glad you got a chance to play it, and I hope you have more chances to play it. And I hope it never goes away. We've got one more song to hear today, and I'll let you tell us a little bit about it.
Sure, this song's called Very Old Barton. I don't know. A lot of y'all probably know what that is. It's just it's a bourbon. It's a brand of bourbon. You can usually, buy a lot of it for pretty cheap. So that should put a little bit of context into the song right there. I, just when I was writing a lot of songs for this record, I'd locked myself up kind of in a cabin at Kentucky Lake and actually wrote like a lot of the tunes. And it's like sometimes you have to crawl to, like, I think the darkest areas to kind of crawl your way back up out, on the other side. So, it's just kind of about going through those funks and getting out of it. So yeah, that's exactly what I was doing when I was writing this tune. I was drinking Very Old Barton and listening to the country radio, classic Country Willie 102.
Nice.
So here we go.
Very nice.
1, 2, 3.
My life is a show, my mind's a picture show. You hold the real thing when you are alone, drinking Very Old Barton with a country radio. All his own son, they won't let it go. And if I knew any better, I know it's a sin. But some things are just better without you know me. I'm said it before, and I'll say it again. Some things are just better stay far behind. And remember, good friend is hard to find. And if I knew any better, I'd not touch sin. Some things are just better that you know me. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Some things are just better that you know now. Drinking very old garden with the country radio. Always lonesome and too pipe on the show. Have another go round, don't mind if I do. Just one of those things we all go through. Just one of those things. Too.
Right on, right on. Thank you for all of those songs. And thank you for making us stop here.
No, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's been great. You all sounded great. Whit, Mike, Alec, and Nate, and Kelsey, thank you all again for being here this afternoon with us. Safe travels to the next destinations. Where we can find out where you're going next on what's the digital version of yourself that people can go to find out what's happening.
The digital version of myself, it's all an illusion. It's not. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm out there. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all the Twitter. You can find me on all those things. Just search Kelsey Waldon.
Right on.
And
We'll
look for it.
We will.
Yeah.
The internet. Take note. Keep track of Kelsey's moves and keep following us on Pace Magazine. Thank you all again for being with us today. It's been a real pleasure to hear these songs.
Man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.